In the next exercise, we will insert a pivot line chart and we will work with the time hierarchy on this chart. We will also check how the hierarchy works on the other charts, but we will start by inserting, of course, pivot table. Although I said you could actually start by hitting pivot chart or pivot chart and table straight from here, it's also going to produce a pivot chart and pivot table itself that you can then analyze. It's just exactly the same as we did before. You just don't have to insert a pivot chart separately. And right now we will use the order date that we will place on rows. The auto grouping operation gives us years, quarters and months under the order date, but I will regroup the data right now to have just the years, quarters, months and days. This will generate months column in here. And the calculation that we will use on the values shelf is sum of sales. Right now you can see this chart is rather cluttered, but you can right now collapse all of the items on the x-axis either by right-clicking the fields in there, or in the newest versions of Excel you can find also plus and minus icons straight on the chart. And by doing so I can let's say drill up to the year level, then by using plus icon I can go down to the monthly level and also go down to the daily level. At the moment this is just a column chart, but I would like this chart to be a line chart as the lessons title. So I will go back to the insert tab and pick from here maybe a line chart with markers. Don't mess with the spark lines because they are totally different area of data visualization inside Excel. So simple two-dimensional line with markers, and right now I can go down to the level of months, and if I hit just a plus icon I will go down even to the daily level. It is not recommended to drill just one of the categories down, because then you don't compare apples to apples. You compare daily results with monthly results, which doesn't make much sense. So try to avoid this kind of scenario. Let's format a bit the chart. We can select the chart and go to the Analyze tab to turn off some of the elements you have in here, like for example report, filter, field buttons. You can turn off legend buttons, axis field button and value field, just keeping the collapse and expand icons. A legend on this kind of chart, not necessary because we have just one series, and we can right now change the title to something like sales by order date. We don't have enough space for all of the elements on the x-axis, so you can expand also a bit the chart to make it easier to read, and we can decrease a bit the weight of the outline because you don't need that thick line at the moment. This plus and minus icons are not specific only to line charts, but to any hierarchy you create on your chart. So let me just show you another example with the product hierarchy. Let's maybe place a new pivot table below the chart, and let's create a product category and subcategory hierarchy in here with sum of sales on values. If you insert right now a chart, like for example column chart, you get exactly the same behavior of the hierarchy, and you can use plus and minus icons to drill the chart. What is more, on my Excel, also double click on the x-axis works to get down to the subcategory level.